So, hello and welcome to my first Fusion 360 demo. So, as it's my first demo, I'm going to waffle on just a little bit just to tell you why I'm doing them. I've had Fusion, I've been using Fusion 360 now for about 2 months, thereabouts, and I've been using it on and off just to, try and get models done. I got a 3D printer at Christmas time and it's now February, so I got bored with downloading STL files from Thingiverse and I really wanted to start making my own things, so I got into Fusion 360 and been really impressed with what I've been able to do with it so far. Now, I'm a complete noob, so these videos are aimed at absolute beginners, and rather than like a professional who's been using it for many years showing you how to do things properly, I thought it would be a different idea, maybe different perspective, to show you it from a complete noob's perspective. Like I say, I'm only 2 months into using it, and I just want to share what I've learned so far and maybe help somebody who's an absolute beginner, because I don't know any of the the design or modeling lingo. Maybe just get a leg up and help you be able to sort of start creating simple things. My real aim was to design some replacement 3D parts for radio control cars, because I do a lot of that, and I think, if I'm being honest, when I looked at some of the parts, I was thinking I'm never going to be able to do that. But 2 months in, hopefully I'll show you a bit later on or in other videos what I've been able to produce in 2 months. So I don't really want to kind of waffle on too much, because I know how annoying that can be when watching other YouTube videos. So again, this is good, coming at it absolutely from a beginner's perspective. So let's really start with the absolute basics. So here we go, we've got Fusion 360 in front of us. Now, in later videos I'll explain a little bit about the tabs and saving and creating different sort of layers of drawings and assembling components together. But what I wanted to just start off with is just say, right, okay, this is the blank space that you've got to work with. Okay, and basically it's nothing, it's mid-air, it's absolutely zero. These lines and graphs really don't represent kind of any solid function. That's just a nothingness. So when I was watching other videos, the thing that came across was this idea of you need either a plane or a surface to draw on, and I don't really think that I'd understood exactly how important that was, but it's mega important. So I think the first key thing, and what I'm going to explain in this video, is what you can draw on, how you start drawing. So because we've got nothing, what AutoCAD or Fusion 360 does, it gives us what they call planes, and planes are really quite important because it kind of allows you to draw in midair and attach a shape onto that. So like I say, you can't see anything at the moment, but we've got our 3 planes, so it's top, bottom, left, right, top, bottom being the same plane. So first things first, to start drawing something, okay, there's loads of ways of doing it, but I always use the shortcut key, and I basically access everything from that, and I've been able to create some pretty cool shapes, well, I think so, just by using the shortcut key. So top tip, the S button on the keyboard opens up the sketch window, so the design shortcuts. So from here it basically gives you a search window where you can find shapes. Now there's a few there that I commonly use, and you can attach more onto there, and I'll show you that at a later date. But if I just wanted to go in and start to draw a rectangle, for example, I'll just start to type in rectangle, okay, So we've got centre rectangle, 2-point rectangle. Those are sort of like, quite common ones that I use all the time. So we'll start off with a 2-point rectangle. Don't worry what that is at the moment, the 2-point and a centre or a 3-point. Let's just draw something and we'll get this idea of these planes. So I've clicked on it, and what you see now are these kind of yellowy orange, what would you call them, like squares. So what those represent are front, back, left and right. So it's kind of like somewhere where you can attach your drawing in space. So that's really important, okay? Now you can create more planes, and you can, what they call offset planes, and attach things in midair later on. But the key thing to remember is you can only draw, as far as I'm aware, on a plane or on an object. Once you create an object, you can use a face on that object to draw another object on. Okay, so planes, really, really important. So those planes there, I could click on one of these, okay, and I could start drawing. But the other way that we can sort of get to a plane is by looking at this box in the top corner here. I can get like a dead-on flat view of that particular plane. So if I click on the top one there, okay, it just shows me the top plane. Okay, back to home, and I can click on left, give me the left plane, and you kind of get the gist really. Click on right, and that'll give me the right plane. Okay, so what I tend to start off with, or what I'll do here, is I'll just select the top plane, so it's like you're looking straight down, and I'll click on that plane, anywhere on that plane. So it just tells the program that you're drawing in that area, okay, on that top invisible layer. Okay, then it's asking me where do I want to start to draw from, to put the first corner. So I can select anywhere really, but generally the centre's a good place to start. And so then you can use your mouse and pick your shape, and it'll tell you at the bottom, tell you on the screen there, what size is it that you're dealing with. So you can either just do it freehand if you're just messing around, or if you want to, you can put a size in. So I can go 10mm on that axis, and if I press the tab key, I can go 10mm on the other axis. Clearly that's going to draw a square. And I hit enter, and then I hit finish sketch. Okay, now using your mouse, the scroll wheel will zoom in and out. Okay, and if you hold the scroll wheel down, okay, you can move your drawing about. Okay, so that's first tip. So scroll in and out, and press the scroll in, and you can move your drawing around. Really key, that is really good one to remember. Now if you forget wherever you are or what plane that you're in, if you go to this top thing in the corner, like your view, if you hit the home key, it will give you back that sort of that 3D kind of plane that we started off with when we first selected our shape. So okay, so that is our shape in 2 dimensions, okay, on the top plane. So that's the first kind of real step. Now the next step, which really why we're using Fusion 360, is it's turning that into a 3D image. Dead easy. Again, using the keyboard, you press the E key, which I believe stands for extrude. So you press E, okay, and because I've only got one shape, it's already selected it, but you'd click on what shape that you want to extrude, okay, and then you, again using freehand, you can build it up like this. You can even go down, or we can then just as we did before, we can put an actual amount in there, okay. And when you're designing stuff, you'll want to put measure it with a caliper or something, or a ruler, and then put the right amount in. So we've got now a cube 10 by 10 by 10, and we can, and this is the cool thing which took me ages to learn, is we can move around this block. I think when I first started out, I was using these icons down here and getting confused. So another top tip, if you keep your finger on the shift key first and then you press your mouse wheel down, you can, by moving the mouse, scroll around your cube. How cool is that, eh? So just to recap, you can only draw, as far as I know, on a plane or off another surface. So we've just demonstrated drawing off a plane. In future videos we'll start to create new planes and draw, you know, in midair and all that kind of good stuff, but I just wanted to start off on the basics here now and show you how you can draw off a plane. So that's that for planes. And lastly, I won't carry on droning on, I'll just show you really quickly, you can also draw off a face. Okay, so all these things here, these you know, these other things are called they're called faces. So if I wanted, for example, to, you know, draw a circle, okay, on this face, again using the S key on the keyboard, okay, I could use my shortcut here, or I can type in circle, okay, and I'm going to use a center diameter circle just for this demonstration. Okay, again you can see the planes have come up in kind of yellowy orange there, but I'm just going to draw a circle off this face. So click on the face, okay, it takes me to that particular that face in the corner. You can see I'm facing in 2D on the right, okay, which is really handy. I really like the way it does that, but when I was learning I was like, where am I? You know, what's happened to my 3D shape? Don't worry, it's still there. It's just a lot easier to draw when it's face on. I can hold the shift key down and the middle mouse scroll wheel, and I can get back to my you know, my 3D image, but it is quite handy just to draw on this flat plane. So I'll pick any point. We can get accurate in later videos, but we'll place the center point and we'll draw a circle, okay, and then we'll hit finish sketch. Okay, so now I've got my square or my cube, sorry, be accurate, and I've got my circle on it, and just like I did with the cube, I can turn that circle into a 3D shape. Again, hit the E key for extrude. You'll be doing a lot of this extruding. It's obviously what Fusion 360 is all about, really. I'll select that particular side or the circle that I just created, and again using that I can, you know, pull it out. I can pull it and take it through the other side if you like. Okay, we'll get into sort of cuts and you know, joins and all that kind of stuff in a later video, but just wanted to show you how easy it was just to draw something real simple in Fusion 360. So there we go, pretty useless object, but you know, it'll just basically shows you how to start drawing with Fusion 360. Just if you don't believe me, I have been only using this for the last 2 months on and off. I do have a full-time job, so this isn't what I do. It's a hobby for me. I'll just show you what I've been able to create. Remember me saying that, you know, I just wanted to create some parts for radio control cars. So here's something that I've just kind of finished. This is where I'm kind of up to. This is as good as I can do at the moment. But this is a front hub carrier off one of my radio control cars, and you can see there's some, you know, fairly complex shapes in there. Again, all of this is pretty much done using those same few techniques that I've just showed you there now. A lot more measurements have obviously taken place, and so things fit, but yeah, it's just a case of, you know, drawing lines and boxes and circles and extruding and that kind of stuff. So, you know, hopefully, I'm sure a lot of you will be better than me, we'll be able to get to this kind of stage in round about the same sort of time. My next video, I don't know what I'm going to do it on yet. This is my first real YouTube video, not just Fusion 360, so I'll think of something pretty basic, and we'll get into Fusion 360 together and I'll take you on my my noob journey. So yeah, you know, if you like it, please, you know, put some comments down the bottom, and yeah, I'll try and, you know, answer questions if there is any. So thanks again, and I will see you very soon.